What is going on, guys? We've got something new for you here on the Breaks and Banter channel. A new style of content. We've got something that we don't have 100% a name for yet. I kind of had the idea for maybe like what's new TCG. But at any rate, what we're going to be doing here is not opening anything, but we're going to be telling you about all the TCG stuff that's going to be coming out in the upcoming month, which is June in this case. And I got my co-host here, Brody, as per usual.
How's it going, guys? We kind of came up with this idea around last month, and it's not a cop-out, I promise. We kind of wanted to have something that involved a little more interaction with everybody. And this is kind of one of those video ideas. Kind of branches out a little bit to be something kind of fun for us, because we kind of just like talking about this kind of stuff all the time. So
yeah, it's not a scheme to get cheap views. This is like an actual like something that we would want to see. Like we like to know what's coming out in the upcoming month, and just having it all in this one place is like pretty useful.
And kind of a disclaimer we probably want to give: this is not going to be 100% everything. There is so many TCGs, and especially in Japanese, that information is just not the easiest to come by for us. But we did go through a lot of Twitter accounts and kind of tried to get at least not all just the popular ones, but ones that maybe we would open on the channel or just things of that nature. So
yeah, and we've got a few in here that we don't know as much about. We'll kind of just mention them and like prices and stuff like that on them, and then talk more about the stuff that we actually know a little bit more. And it should also be said, we're not going to be opening all these products, not even close. This is just more informational, so you can know what's coming out, what you might be interested in.
We can kind of go ahead and get started, and just kind of stick around to the end, because you're going to see kind of our top 3 boxes that we would like to see on the channel, us ourselves, like open. And there's a good chance you're going to see a lot of these. It might not be just this month, it could be next month. We're not always the perfect at opening stuff on release schedule, so we will get started. The first box we have is in June 2nd, so probably right when this video goes live. It's the Quintessential Quintuplets movie box. You guys got to see the Quintessential Quintuplets 2 box, I think, on the channel. So there is a good possibility that we open this in the future, because 2 of us, I know me and Logan, who's not on this call, but he got to see all of it. I think he's watched the movie as well. So that's something that maybe one day we kind of open by Schwartz weird. We don't always open it on release date. So
just to let you know, as kind of per typical of Schwartz, it'll be around $70, and of course it's going to have signed cards of the quintuplets. That's kind of standard you get from Schwartz. And Brody, you want to tell them about this Yu-Gi-Oh set, Wild Survivors, that probably won't get open? Well, you might want to open it.
Yeah, I did say we would open most of the new Yu-Gi-Oh, but this month's kind of booked a lot. So we're going to get to another Yu-Gi-Oh later. But this is more of a collector's rare set. And unless, I haven't really looked at the cards on this set very much. Novellis Archetypes, I know, is in this set, if I even pronounced that correctly. But it's not going to do insanely well as far as holding value. Might be very playable, but to us or any collectors, that's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We're kind of looking for not as much value, but kind of cool cards, and the collector's rares in English just doesn't do it for us as much.
Alright, and then lastly for June 2nd, we've got Schwartz Licorice Recoil in Japanese. You won't have seen this yet, but we actually opened a Licorice Recoil set of another TCG, and similar to every other Schwartz set, retails for around $60. I can guarantee that the signed Chisato card will be quite expensive, as she is definitely quite popular, and this is a popular anime. But we can go ahead and transition over to the newest Scarlet and Violet set that's going to be coming out, Paldea Evolved. I don't know how much hype in general there is for this set, but I think it's going to be pretty well liked. It's got a lot going for it in terms of the Pokemon feature. It's got the Paldea starters, as well as the Gen 9 Legendary Quartet, the Pokemon of Ruin or something like that. And there's a ton of nice special art rares for fan favorites like, I believe, Tyranitar, the new Baxcalibur. And it's got that Ano special art rare that was very, very expensive in Japanese, which of course it won't be near as expensive in English, but it'll still probably be pretty pricey.
We have we don't know as much about the Japanese sets. A little harder to get the information because they come out extremely quick. It feels like they just 3 or 4 a month. But we have Animation Chronicles, and it's going to retail for around $35. It's going to be one of those smaller sets, but we'll have a guaranteed quarter century rare, which is always fun. The prices for them will probably vary. There's usually 2 or 3 that are going to be really expensive in most all Japanese sets, but I kind of like the new quarter century rares. They're a lot of fun to open, and Japanese sets quality is insane. So this is going to be introducing the Earthbound Servant and Will series to the OCG. So somebody who plays the game can probably tell us more about that, but I only play Master Duel, so I'm not the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh player, but I know a little bit. I at least know how to play basic stuff, but I'm not very good at it.
We got 2 things on June 9th that we're a little bit unfamiliar with. Cardfight Vanguard, which we've mentioned vaguely in videos. Dragon Masquerade new set. 16 packs per box for it. It retails around $70. That's about all we know about it.
And we have sign cards in Cardfight Vanguard. We'd probably need to mention that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's every set, but they are pretty expensive as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, we might one day tap into it, but like I might have mentioned before, for some of these TCGs we're unfamiliar with, we're to kind of mention them to you. And then we've got Build Divide, which is something that we opened recently. We got a new set, Flash, that clears darkness. Retails for around $40. Apparently it has a special card with a stamped autograph by Aki Toyosaki. Don't know who that is. Just saw it on the website. Thought it might be of interest to somebody.
Yeah, you probably won't see us open much Build Divide if it's not a crossover. Because I just found out it was an anime literally before we started this video. So
you want to tell them about Avatar: The Last Airbender from Boss Schwartz?
Yeah, this is going to be a box that I can almost guarantee you will be opened on this channel. Ethan is a big Avatar fan, so these are going to be about $70 or $80. I think this is going to be one of the more hype sets for Boss Schwartz. I think this is going to be a set that's kind of going to go up in value, so you're going to want to try to get it. You don't have to pre-order it or anything, but within the first couple months, I think you should really try to get it before it's $120. So, and there's going to be stamped cards. We're not sure yet on signed cards. We should learn some more information in the next coming weeks. But this is going to be a big set for Boss Schwartz, and obviously there's a ton of Avatar: The Last Airbender fans out there. So also it's kind of cool because this might be in English only. Is that true?
There's a couple that are English seen only. It in Japanese. This might be English only. That would make sense.
Boss Schwartz. Yeah, Boss Schwartz don't do that very much, but they have done it in the past with a few things, and usually those sets are pretty hot. So.
Yeah, so that Avatar set is coming out on June 16th, and then also on June 16th we've got a Japanese Pokemon release called 151, which my understanding is simply just a set of the first 151 Pokemon. It should be around $40. It might be set higher on eBay. It probably will be, knowing eBay, but the retail is around $40. It has every Pokemon in order, and we don't know for sure yet, but we're hoping there's going to be some nice special art rares of maybe Mew, Mewtwo, Charizard. Pokemon's going to make something that makes the set hype, I would imagine. So.
Yeah, next on June 16th, we have the set that I'm probably most excited for in June. We have Chainsaw Man of Boss Schwartz. So we kind of got a glimpse of it with the trial decks. We've seen 2 signed cards that are already going for a good amount of money. One of the most hyped anime in the past few years. We've all seen it. So everybody based on the channel who watches anime has seen this. So it's going to be a pretty hype set. Definitely a box, probably going to be opened up this month, maybe even on release date. But this is something we're definitely going to open, and the signed cards of Makima are going to be extremely expensive. I would
For
imagine.
sure. And there are 2 Chainsaw Man rare cards. Don't know exactly what that means, but
I'm not sure what that is, but you know it's going to be just printed, just nothing. It could even be serial numbered. They've done that in the past, so
that'll be cool for sure. And then we got a TCG that we know basically nothing about, called Shadowverse Evolve. The set that's coming out on the 16th is called Absolute Conquer. It retails for around $42, 16 pack per box. That's literally it's just another like anime waifu TCG from Japan. You know, they be printing them out. So
I've seen this TCG on a couple Discords, and it seems like people like it. I could be wrong about that. You can tell me in the comments if it's a good TCG or not, whether it's like very playable or collectible. I would assume playable because I haven't seen a whole lot of collector market for it, but I also might just not be looking in the right spot.
Yeah, and then we'll have June 23rd here coming up on the next week, and Brody can tell you about the new Yu-Gi-Oh set.
So this is the Yu-Gi-Oh set we mentioned earlier. This is going to be opened up on the channel. It looks like it's going to be a lot of quarter century rares and a big alternate art Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. I think I've mentioned it in the past. I like the Sky Striker set a lot because I actually play it. I play that deck, so I'm terrible at it. So, but I do really like the cards, and I think it's a fun way to play because to me it's confusing, but it also is kind of rewarding. So we're going to be opening that set. I don't know if we'll get it right on release date. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes we might be a week behind. But you're gonna see that box opened up on this channel because we try to open up the main sets, and that looks like it's gonna be a main set. And the price will be, just normal Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So online you could probably get it for $60. Your local shop's probably gonna be about $70, $75. So just nothing out of the ordinary for that one, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, and then also on the 23rd, we've got another new Japanese TCG called Rebirth for You. Now, after this video, you'll see a Rebirth for You opening. Not of this set, obviously, but of Licorice Recoil that we did. We got a video coming on the way for you, so you'll kind of get an experience of what Rebirth for You is like. It's not as collectible as the other TCGs, it seems, but it's got signed cards in it. And I don't know what Blue Archive is, but it might be an anime.
Yeah, I think Blue Archive is that. I believe it's a soccer anime. It's a sports anime. I could be wrong about that.
You might be thinking of Blue Lock.
I think I am thinking of Blue Lock. So, but
we don't know what this is.
Yeah. So Rebirth for You, though, kind of speak on it more. You guys aren't going to see a lot of it on the channel, most likely.
No.
But we will open it as, like, if a cool set's only for Rebirth for You. Because it's all the same part of Bushy Road. I'm pretty sure it's all owned by the same parent company that owns Vice Wars and I think Cardfight Vanguard.
Yeah.
So the artwork's gonna be pretty cool. The signed cards are gonna be cool. It just wasn't as fun as opening Vice Wars when we did it, but it was still very enjoyable. So.
Yeah, and then I believe this is the 28th. This is coming out. There's a bunch of different products. Brody, I think you know a decent bit about the Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings coming out.
Yeah, so this is something that is completely out of our territory. We do know about Magic the Gathering, and I do keep up with sets sometimes as they release. But this is something that is going to be super hype and probably a little hard to get. So Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings is coming out June the 28th. There is a card in this set called the One Ring. And it's the first time they've done this, Magic the Gathering. Really the first time any TCG has done this, other than maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! For the Tyler the Hero card.
Yeah.
But basically it's a 1-of-1. There's one ring, and it's going to be, some people are saying it's going to be over $100,000 card. Could be more, just depending on what the market's looking like. So there's 3 sets, I think. I don't know much about how Magic the Gathering does their stuff, but there's a collector set, which I know is the most expensive. You guys will not be able to see that on the channel because it's like $500 already at pre-order. And then there's, I believe, the Battle Booster, maybe is what it's called. There's 2 other sets. There's like a $180 set and like a $220 set, I think. You guys will probably see the one of those 2. I'm not really sure, but this is something that we are actually going to be opening on the channel. So whenever that video goes up, we'll probably get flamed for little to no knowledge of Magic the Gathering. But I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and you know, I've got to open something like that. So that's really all the information we have on it. We could probably give more if we knew more about Magic the Gathering. But that's probably going to be probably the most hyped TCG set maybe of this month. I know it's selling like hotcakes right now. So
yeah. And the last 3 things we have for June, they're all coming out on June the 30th. And not a single one will be opened on the channel. We've got Vi Schwartz. Yeah, we got Vi Schwartz, Japanese, Uma Musume. I guess it's an anime. Literally never heard of it. So, yeah, that one's definitely not getting opened. It retails around $50. According to Vi Schwartz's website, there's 70 different SP cards. And if you don't know, the FP cards are the signed cards in Vi Schwartz typically. So I don't know how exactly that's going to work, but
it's because there is literally it's the biggest harem in the world. I can just say it, like, because there's 70 SP cards, so it's got to have at least 20 or 30 women in this show. That is like, because if you look at a picture of the box, there's just women on it. So it's just waifu cards, I would assume. Could be another idol. I don't know. It could be like one of those idol animes.
And then Digimon Blast Ace, a new Digimon set. We've only somewhat touched Digimon in one of our mixer videos, but I don't know. It's $70. 14 SR cards, 2 FCC cards. Don't really know what that entails.
Yeah, Digimon is not completely like out of the possibility for us to ever open on the channel. I know there's a couple of people that wanted to see it. We're just not really big into it, but you know, maybe one day. I said we opened the mixer and actually pulled like the best card from the set out of like 2 packs. So maybe one day. I doubt this one's getting opened though.
Yeah, probably not. And then lastly, we've got an English Shadowverse Evolved set called Advent of Genesis. And yeah, don't expect this one either. But just to give you some information about it, retails about $60, 16 packs per box. And each pack contains 1 G rarity or higher. Don't know what that means exactly, what a G rarity is. But, you know, if you're a Shadowverse Evolved fan, that probably will do you some good to know that information, I guess.
We have a to be announced set. This is kind of just an extra information in the video towards the end. There's a Duel Master set, also another TCG we just don't plan on doing much of or any of. But we thought we would let you guys know because as of recording this, we don't have any more information. But if there's any Duel Masters people out there, there's a new set supposed to be coming out this month.
And then just to kind of wrap it up, we'll kind of mention our top 3 favorites, like what we're looking out for this month. If Brody, you want to go ahead and tell them yours?
Yeah, I'll just kind of go through like my top 3 are things that are definitely going to get opened. And obviously like Chainsaw Man is my number 1. Chainsaw Man is one of my favorite animes of the year. Probably going to be one of my favorite animes for a while. So Chainsaw Man's going to get open. That's going to be the first one. Then we have Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings. Big Lord of the Rings fan. So gonna try to get that on release day if we can. And then obviously Battles of Legend. Got to throw in a Yu-Gi-Oh set there. It's kind of our bread and butter on this channel half the time. So gonna open that as well. So if Ethan, you want to tell your top 3?
Yeah, I would say this month there's not just a ton that I'm crazy about. Pokemon 151 I'm definitely pretty excited for, and Paldea Evolved, really both Pokemon sets, but as well looking forward to Animation Chronicles 2023, mainly because last year's Animation Chronicles had a Starlight Blue Eyes White Dragon in it, so hopefully they'll put something that's similar in hype to that. And then lastly, of course, Avatar Vice Schwartz. I think that's just going to be a pretty hype set, even for non-Vice Schwartz fans. So we'll be looking forward to that for sure.
Just to kind of wrap it up, just kind of be on the lookout for anybody who's still watching. Kind of be on the lookout for an announcement video on a giveaway. So there'll be kind of rules on it as well. Not like anything special. Just kind of keep a lookout on it, and if you want to comment on this video for the giveaway, just tell us, maybe something we missed, or what your top 3, or just what you're looking forward to the most, and what you would like to see on June, for us to open on the channel, because I guarantee you there's going to be a box in this video that's going to be open this month.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty for sure thing we can say, and there could be multiple.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. There's a few of these top videos are going to be a bit scuffed. We're going to keep working to improve them and make them more refined as we go on. That's just kind of how it goes. But just let us know in the comments, if anyone is still watching this far in, what we should work on, like the pacing or the presentation, stuff like that. But we'll constantly improve as we go on. Just how it is. But yeah, so that will do it for this video. This will be a monthly series, so look out for it next month. We'll be telling you guys about July, and we will also be having a sports informational video this month for sports boxes and when they're coming out as well. So
yeah, we hope you found this pretty informative and helped you out a little bit. So
yeah, we will see you guys again soon.